Welcome everyone to another class of renewable energy technology. Today we will cover another topic and we will actually learn about sizing PV for applications without batteries. That means we want to learn about PV cell and we want to know the size of the PV cell when we are using that PV cell without battery. Everyone listening to my voice clearly and seeing the PDF?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, thank you. So today we will continue our journey from the previous lecture. And in the previous lecture, if you remember, in the previous lecture, we have learned about something called the solar insolation. We have learned something called about solar insolation. We have learned something called very important topic, incident energy H. So my solar insolation is termed as L. My incident energy is termed as H. And the difference between solar insolation L and incident energy H is nothing but a multiplication. If I multiply my solar insolation with time, if I multiply my solar insolation with time, আমি যদি solar insolation কে সময় দিয়ে গুণ করি, then I get the incident energy. This is as simple as that. So that means in contrast that the area under this solar insolation curve is actually my incident energy. So we will use this term incident energy and solar insolation vice versa. So now let's continue our journey from the previous class. In order to use my PV cell, what if anyone asks you that what is the usage of PV cell without batteries? Because one thing you can do, you can suppose that from the PV cell you can store that energy of that PV cell into the battery, and from the battery you can use in the night time or when there is no sun, you can use that PV cell at that time. But if you use PV cell without batteries, then what are the applications and how you can use them? Look here, these are the applications. You can put PV power into grid. This is a very important phenomena. This important phenomenon is, suppose you have PV cell at your home, okay, and suppose that this is my grid connection. So what you are doing, you are providing the electricity of PV cell into the grid, okay, into the national grid. And by providing the PV power output in the national grid, that means you are creating a vast network, and from that network you are also gaining the electricity. Okay, so these things you can use. And suppose your needed load is 250 watt and you are generating 350 watt. That means there are 100 watts of excess in your PV cell. That 100 watts of excess you can deliver it or you can sell it to the grid connection. Okay, so when your production is 150 watt, that time, or your production is less but your need is higher, then that time you can take from the grid as well. So it is some type of give and take. Suppose when you have enough, you are giving your friend, but suppose when you have less, you are taking from your friend. This is something like this. Okay, this thing we will develop in today's class. You can use it in the water pumping. Okay, suppose pump to overhead tank irrigation, that for various this part you can use this PV cell for water pumping as well. As you know, in the village section, the water pumping is a huge task and it needs electricity, it needs huge amount of money. So if you can integrate this water pumping with PV cell, then it will save you a lot of money, lot of effort. You can use it for cooling, you can use it for heating, anything you can use it, this PV cell. The main thing is you have to integrate your PV cell with that device, and how well you can integrate your PV cell with that device is the determination of your success. Now going to the next slide. Acha dekhen, this is PV power into grid. Okay, PV power into grid. What does this actually means and how does this actually works? You can see PV power into grid. There is a connection which is called grid line. And suppose in your household you are taking power from the grid line. Okay, you are taking power from the grid line, and there is a meter, and by this meter you are measuring how much energy you are getting from the grid line. Suppose this is a WH load. Whenever you see WH load, remember this is the energy term. That means WH load means that the power and time is multiplied together. Whenever power and time is multiplied by together, you are getting energy. So from these grid lines, you are getting the energy to your home. Okay, look at the arrow sign. This arrow sign is going into your house. That means you are taking power from the grid lines. But suppose in your rooftop you have PV modules. Okay, and from these PV modules you are generating PV power or solar power. And if you look at the green line, you can see you are providing power to the grid lines. Is WHPV. WH load means the power you need for your household works. WHPV means the power you are giving to the grid lines. Okay, these are two things. Now, if I ask you that what is your want, okay, or what is your demand in this case, PV power into what is it? Your demand will be, sir, I don't want to waste a single penny. What do you mean by you don't want to waste a single penny? That means, sir, I will get from the grid the same amount that the amount I am giving to the grid. That means that you are giving your friend 100 taka, and after some time you are also taking back from your friend the 100 taka. You are not taking more, you are not taking less. So how this works? Suppose that you are giving some power to the grid and you are taking some power from the grid. So suppose WH load and WHPV have different tariffs. WH load means the power or the energy you are getting from the grid line. WHPV means the power or the energy you are giving to the grid line. That means this PV cell is not integrated directly to your house. This PV cell is integrated directly to the grid lines. Okay, so this is how you will have a clear idea how these things works. Now, WH load and WHPV have different tariffs. Tariffs means the unit price. এই যে বলে না বিদ্যুতের ভুতুরে বিল আসছে, অনেক বেশি বিল এসে পড়ছে. So tariff means the unit charge of this WH load. Okay, suppose the same analogy I'm giving again and again. Suppose you are buying 10 apples and the price of one apple is 10 taka. Then that means that the price of 10 apples is 100 taka. This C load and CPV is the unit price of this load, unit price of this PV. Now net cost, that means how much you have to pay monthly. Okay, how much you have to pay monthly. Then what will be the net cost? Net cost is equals to WH load into C load minus WHPV into CPV. WH load into C load means the total amount of expenditure you need, the total amount of you are expending, মানে আপনি খরচ করতেছেন যেটা, and WHPV into CPV means the total amount you are giving to the grid lines. Okay, this is you buying, this is you selling. Okay, now understand this will be the net cost. This is you buying, this is you selling. If you have any question, you can turn on the mic and ask the question. This one is you are what? This one is you buying. You are buying for your house. And this one is you are selling. Okay, so if your buying and selling is same, then the net cost will be 0. This is our target actually. That means you have to generate high and higher amount of PV output. You have to PV electricity, PV power, so that the net cost can be 0. So the formula of this net cost is very important. This is selling, this is buying. So this is buying, this is selling. So buying minus selling is equals to my net cost. This is as simple as that. Suppose you have sold 150 taka worth of apples and you have bought 200 taka worth of oranges. That means your net cost is 50 taka. Okay, this is the amount you bought, this is the amount you sold. Okay, so if you bought higher than your sale, then there will be net cost. If you sell higher than your load, then that means you are in profit. The net cost will be minus, that means you are in profit. So this is basic accounting. Okay, so now proceeding. So what is the most ideal condition here? What is the ideal condition here? The ideal condition is that the zero net cost. That means the net cost is 0. The ideal condition is when my net cost is 0. I don't have to waste a single penny. That is my ideal case. So net cost is equals to WH load, C load minus WHPV, CPV. I have said it earlier. For 0 net cost, that means this will be 0. This will be what? 0. That means if you put it in the left hand direction, that means it will be positive, and the WHPV equals to WH load bracket থাকবে in the bracket C load divided C. This is normal algebraic equation. Okay, if you do it at your home, I don't think it will take much time. It will not take any time actually, because this is a very simple equation. So by this you have, so what does this actually give me, sir? This WHPV is actually giving you an idea that how much power you have to generate at your rooftop in order to get the net zero cost. This WHPV is giving you an idea that how much power you have to generate at your rooftop in order to get the zero net cost. That means suppose at the end of the month you don't want to give any electricity bill. What you don't want to get any electricity bill. Then by not giving any electricity bill, that means you have to compensate with something. That means you have to generate PV power. That means if you generate this amount of PV power, then you don't have to pay a single amount of electricity bill. This is what I have achieved here today. So WHPV equals to WH load into C load divided by CPV. So now if my C load and CPV is same, suppose the unit price of apple and unit price of orange is same. Okay, so though it will not be the same, but if it is the same for the simpler purpose, so that the things not get complicated, we know that the WHPV equals WH load. That means that the amount of load you need at your household has to match the amount of PV power at your rooftop. Then you will not have to pay a single penny for your electricity. This though, because C load and C, question why C load? Though I have taken C load equals to CPV, but in real life world, C load and CPV will not be the same. Why? Because there are subsidy থাকে, মানে যে ভর্তুকি দেয় না, there are subsidy from the government. That is why the C load is less than the CPV. Okay, এই কারণে আমাদের খরচ কম হয়। এগুলো বিভিন্ন ব্যাপার আছে। যাই হোক, for our purpose, for simpler calculation, we take the C load equals to CPV.
এটা তো স্যার C load লোড লাইনটা বানাইতে স্যার,
বুঝি নাই,
লোড লাইনটা বানাইতে তো গভর্নমেন্টের একটা খরচ গেছে, তো গভর্নমেন্ট ওইটার একটা চার্জ, মানে স্যার আমরা যে গ্রিড লাইনটা বানাই স্যার,
গ্রিড লাইন বানানোর খরচে আমরা ওইখানে যাই নাই। হ্যাঁ, ওগুলো তো বিভিন্ন খরচ আছে, ওগুলো এক্সটার্নাল খরচ তো অনেক আছে। এটা তো আমি মানে ওই যে বলেন ওভার সিম্পলিফাইড একটা কেস নিছি, ঠিক আছে? জীবন তো এত সিম্পলিফাইড হয় না, ঠিক আছে? জীবনে অনেক প্যারা আছে, তো এখানে ওভার সিম্পলিফাইড একটা কেস নেওয়া আর কি। সো ওই সিম্পল ভাবে আমাদের চিন্তা করতে হবে, ঠিক আছে? এগুলো মডেল আর কি, এগুলা ইমপ্লিমেন্টেশনের অনেক ব্যাপার আছে, ঠিক আছে? তো এটা হলো মডেল আর কি, মানে নেট এই জিনিসটা আপনাকে জেনারেট করতে হবে সো দ্যাট ইউ ডোন্ট হ্যাভ টু পে এনি বিলস। আচ্ছা, এখন দেখেন সাপোজ generally metered and billed monthly as the units per month. That means the bill you are getting at the end of the month, which bill নীল কাগজ দেয় না, ওখানে দেখেন যে the amount that is written here is the units per month. That means that like 1000 or 2000 or 400 or 500, that means that amount of unit you spend in a month. Okay, so this units per month, these units and kilowatt hour is same thing. This unit and kilowatt hour is same thing. Okay, units per month or kilowatt hour per month is same thing. Now the bill you are getting, that the WH load you are getting from the grid lines, or WH load you are getting from the meter here, this thing is the meter. This is given for the 30 months. Okay, for 30 months. 30 months, for 30 days. Okay, 30 days of a month. These bills are generated. মাস শেষেই তো bill দেয়। So the WH load, if you want to measure it per day, then what you have to do, you just have to divide it by 30. Okay, I will do some examples, then it will be more clear. But the thing is, if your electric load is given as units, okay, units per month, or in the question it is written that for a month you use 200 units. But whenever we need to design a PV cell, we have to take that value per day. That is why whenever it is given that this is for per month, then what you have to do, you have to divide it by 30. By dividing it by 30, you get the WH load per day. Okay, WH per day, then the WHPV equals to WH load from the previous slide. When I will do the example, then it will be more clear, but remember that the units and kilowatt hour is the same thing. And whenever an example is given or a math is given per month, then you just have to divide it by 30 to get the per day. This is common sense. Suppose you are spending 30 taka per month. You are spending 30 taka per month. If someone asks you what is the average expenditure of you, আপনি average গড়ে কত খরচ করেন, আপনি কি করেন, you divide 30 by 30, 1 taka per day. So this is that thing. Okay, you divide the 30, you get the WH load kilowatt per day. Now, as you have to find the WHPV or the amount of amount you need from the PV cells, one thing you need to know is the behavior of the sun. That what is the behavior of the sun, how sun works. It is very important. So now we will determine the HAT. Remember the HAT in the previous class, HAT, what was the H? H was the incident energy. So here we will take the HAT, is the determine the HAT for the place. Suppose you can see that here is the HAT and here is the N. What is the N? N is the number of day. It starts from the January 1 and ends at the December 31st. Okay, so this is the profile in a place of HAT. That means each day you have measured. প্রতিদিন আপনি বসে বসে মেজার করছেন which মানে প্রতিদিন কিরকম হয়. So if you measured in the previous year, then you will get an idea in the next year. This is how these things works. Okay, forecasting. So for each day you are getting an incident energy for each day. Okay, now the profile is looking like something like this. Now whenever you want to design a PV cell, remember you have to take the smallest value, which is HAT minimum. You have to take the smallest value, which is HAT minimum, because by designing for the smallest value or the worst value, you will get the higher return. Kemne ki? Suppose for each day that you are getting money from your mom or your mother, so you have some expense, like someday you need 5 taka, someday you need 10 taka, someday you need 15 taka. But the amount of money your mother is giving you is also variable. Someday she is giving you 10 taka, someday she is giving you 5 taka. In a month, the amount of money your mother is giving, the lowest amount that she can give is 5 taka. She can go to the 15 taka, she can give you 20 taka. This is not fixed, but the lowest she can give you is 5 taka. That means for when you have to design your expense, whenever you have to design your expense, you have to design for the minimum value, that means 5 taka. If your mom is giving you higher amount, then you can do extra stuffs. Okay, like you can eat in the restaurant or different things. But you have to design your daily routine for 5 taka, because your mom giving you 5 taka lowest amount. Okay, this is the lowest amount your mother is giving, 5 taka. So you'll design your meal, your lunch, your dinner for 5 taka. But if your mom gives you like 10 taka, then you will have the same lunch and dinner, but you will get it from a fancy place. So the main thing I want you to understand, whenever you are designing a PV cell, you have to design for the minimum value, for the minimum of HAT. This H you are getting from the sun. Because you are getting it from the sun. So in order to design your PV cell, you have to ready for the worst possible case. Then when you are getting the higher value from the sun, then you can chill. Okay, so you are designing your PV cell for the lowest value. Now, সবাই তো আমার কথা শুনতে পাচ্ছেন, রাইট? শুনতে পাচ্ছেন তো সবাই?
জি স্যার।
Okay.
জি স্যার।
Now, I am getting a profile that is called a solar insolation versus time. In order to find the HET minimum, there are many softwares we are not getting there. So for me, for a certain amount, I'm taking that the HET minimum is 4.58 kilowatt per meter square per day. This value will be given in the math, so you don't need to worry. So now, if I take the solar insolation versus time from
average,
হ্যাঁ
এটির এই ভ্যালুটা কি এভারেজ ভ্যালু না লোয়েস্ট ভ্যালুটা স্যার?
এটা লোয়েস্ট, এটা হলো লোয়েস্ট ভ্যালু, লোয়েস্ট ভ্যালু, হ্যাঁ লোয়েস্ট ভ্যালু। So if I take a graph solar insolation versus time, you know this graph from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Okay, solar insolation. So solar insolation, something like this. At the beginning of the day, the power from the sun is low. At the end of the day, power from the sun is low. At the noon, the power from the sun is higher. So the area under this solar insolation is the HET minimum. So by different softwares and by different calculation, I have found that this is a minimum, this minimum value, minimum, this minimum value, HET minimum is 4.58 kilowatt hour per meter square per day. This I have got. You don't need to worry about this value. This value will be given in the examples. You just need to understand what this value means. This value means at a single day, the minimum HET, the minimum incident energy you are getting is 4.5 kilowatt hour per meter square. In a single day, the minimum HET, the minimum incident energy you are receiving from the sun, you are receiving this energy from the sun is 4.58 kilowatt hour per meter square. So this is the area under this solar insolation. Okay, because multiplying L into time, I'm getting the H, incident energy. Now, এখানে একটা কথা দেখেন, এটা কিভাবে একটু বোঝানো যায়। আচ্ছা দেখেন, একটু বোঝানোর চেষ্টা করি, বুঝবো আমরা ইনশাআল্লাহ। একটু দেখেন, suppose you are spending 100 টাকা hour per day. You are spending 100 টাকা hour per day. একটু বুঝেন, কঠিন না, একটু মনোযোগ দিয়ে। You are spending 100 টাকা hour per day. What does this mean? This means you are spending 100 টাকা per day. There is no denying that. There's no one denying that you are spending 100 টাকা per day. But these things can be expressed in two ways. What are the two ways, sir? These two ways are you are spending 100 টাকা, আচ্ছা এটা 100 না দিয়ে আমি একটু 10 দিই, হ্যাঁ তাহলে আমার একটু বুঝাইতে সুবিধা হবে। একটু 10 দিলাম এটা। You are spending 100 টাকা, you are spending 10 টাকা in 1 hour. কথা বুঝেন, 10 টাকা hour per day means you are spending 10 টাকা in 1 hour. You are spending 10 taka in 1 hour. Also, these things can mean you are spending 1 taka in 10 hours time. Did you guys understand what I do here? You are spending 10 taka hour per day. You are spending 10 taka hour per day. That means you are spending 10 taka in a day. But 10 taka hour can be expressed in two ways. One way is you are spending 10 taka 1 hour, or you are spending 1 taka 10 hour. Both are multiplied. If you multiply 1 into 10, you get 10. If you multiply 10 into 1, you get 10. Someone can tell, also some of you guys can also tell me that, sir, I can spend 5 taka in 2 hours. Is it wrong? It is not absolutely wrong. It is fine. Because 5 taka 2 hours means you are total spending 10 taka again. Some of you friends can tell me that, sir, I am spending 2 taka in 5 hours. Sir, am I wrong? No, you are also correct. Because by multiplying 2 into 5, you are also getting 10 taka. So, sir, এটা বুঝায় কি হলো স্যার? এটা বুঝায় আমি কি বুঝলাম? আচ্ছা, by understanding this, দেখেন আপনি এটা বুঝার পর একটা বিশাল জিনিস বুঝে গেছেন। My HET minimum is 4.58 kilowatt hour per meter square per day. So if you are taking the standard solar insolation as 1 kilowatt hour, 1 kilowatt per meter square, it is standard insolation. That means in order to get 4.58, how much time you have to conduct? How much time you need to conduct? 4.58 hours. সবাই বুঝছেন? By taking the standard insulation as 1 kilowatt per meter square, that means you need to operate your PV cell. You need to operate your PV cell for 4.58 hours. That means আপনার PV সেলটা 4.58 ঘন্টা চালাতে হবে. You need to run your PV cells for 4.58 hours. সবাইকে বুঝে this is what the analogy means. এখানে এই জিনিসটাই আমি বুঝেছি. If I ask you that you are spending ধরেন যে 4 টাকা, you are spending 4 টাকা, then how much hour will be here? কে বলতে পারবেন how much hour? Anyone?
2.2 hour.
2 পয়েন্ট হইছে বলেন 2 পয়েন্ট কত?
2.2 or 2.5.
2.5
স্যার।
হ্যাঁ 2.5 এই দেখছেন আপনারা কিন্তু বলছেন আমাকে। তো দেখছেন মানে যে কোনো আমরা তো ধরেন যে সায়েন্সের জিনিসপত্র পড়ি, সায়েন্সের জিনিসপত্র কিন্তু সবকিছু এরকম অ্যানালজি দিয়ে বোঝা যায়, রিয়েল লাইফ অ্যানালজি। অনেক সময় অনেক কিছু বোঝা যায় না, এটা আমি অস্বীকার করি না, অনেক সময় হয়তো একটু হালকা আমাদের মানে বুঝতে কষ্ট হবে, বাট ম্যাক্সিমাম জিনিস এরকম দেখছেন মানে রিয়েল লাইফ ওয়ার্ডের সাথে মিলে আপনারা, এটা কিন্তু একটা বেশ কমপ্লিকেটেড জিনিস। এই যে বাই converting this H80 minimum into the numerical hours, it is very complicated thing, but by implementing in the real life world we all have understood, I hope all মানে সবাই এখানে বুঝতে পারছেন I hope. So that means in order to get the standard insulation for 1 kilowatt per meter square, we have to operate this PV cell for 4.58 hours. Okay, so now এখানে দেখেন if I want to, if you remember, suppose I want to know that the WHPV, I want to know the WHPV, the watt hour I am getting from the PV cell. This is my target. This is what I want to know, that the WHPV, what is the WHPV. So in order to find the WHPV, what I have to do, suppose this is my PV cell and the standard insulation is 1 kilowatt per meter square, the standard insulation. Okay, so 1 kilowatt per meter square. So this standard insulation, in order to get the output power, you remember in order to get the output power, এই যে মনে আছে কিনা my okay, sorry for the inconvenience. আবার একটু শুরু করি, হ্যাঁ? Everyone hearing my voice করে বলবেন।
জি স্যার।
সবাইকে আমার ভয়েস ক্লিয়ারলি শুনতে পাচ্ছেন আর পিডিএফটা দেখতে পাচ্ছেন?
জি স্যার।
জি স্যার।
জি স্যার।
আচ্ছা, now as we understand that the incident energy, from the incident energy we have understood that the amount of time Jada rate is 4.58 hours. We have understood it from this analogy. Now as we can see, now we want to find the amount of area of the PV cell that is needed in order to get the WHPV. Now we can, the WHPV is the output power we are getting from the PV cell. WHPV is the output power we are getting from the PV cell. Okay. Now, from the formula of the efficiency, we know that the efficiency is nothing but my output power into divided by input power. Nothing but the output power divided by input power. Now, my output power has to be efficiency into input power. It has to be. Now, how I can get this input power? This input power is given by sun. This input power is given by sun. So how sun is giving me this power? So my input power will be the solar insulation into area. You remember L into A, solar insulation into area. This is my P input. And in order to find the WHPV, know the amount of power I'm getting from the PV, what I have to do, I have to multiply that input power by time. I need to multiply that power by time. And we know that how many hours we need to operate this PV cell, 4.58 hours numerically. This is numerically termed as the my time. So 4.58 hours is multiplied. So by this thing, I know that the eta multiplied by A multiplied by HAT is giving me WHPV. Eta, that means efficiency multiplied by area multiplied by my incident energy is giving me the WHPV. This formula is very important. This formula is very important. This formula I have got from the theory. Okay, the efficiency into area into HAT minimum is equals to WHPV. So from these three terms, we can find anything. If someone asks you the area, what will be the area? Then the area will be WHPV divided by eta into HAT minimum. So these two formulas are very important. You need to remember. বলেন
স্যার যদি WHPV বের করতে দেন আপনি HAT মিন এর মানটা দিয়ে দিবেন আর স্যার এফিশিয়েন্সি আর এরিয়া এই দুইটাকে আমরা ওই যে আগের ম্যাথে যেভাবে বের করছিলাম ওইভাবে বের করে নিব
এফিশিয়েন্সি আমি দিয়ে দিব হয়তো আমি আপনাকে এরিয়াটা জানতে চাবো আমি আপনাকে WHPV দিয়ে দিব এফিশিয়েন্সি দিয়ে দিব HAT মিনিমাম দিয়ে দিব আপনাকে খালি এরিয়াটা বের করতে হবে এখন কিভাবে দিব ওইটা প্রসেসিং করে আনতে হবে মানে আমি আপনাকে বলে দিব না যে WHPV এত এটা কিভাবে আনতে হবে এটা আমি एग्जांपल দেখাচ্ছি কিছুক্ষণ আচ্ছা যেমন দেখেন যে here there is a design here in this design we have seen that this is the PV cell here and this PV array in the rooftop this is a rooftop and many PV almost 100 PV cells are located here in this rooftop. Okay, so now remember this is the area of the PV cell, only PV cell. This is the area of the PV cell. But whenever you are designing, you also need to understand that the area of the PV cell is not enough because PV cell needs some spacing between them. PV cells need some spaces between them. Okay, and PV cell needs some maintenance. So there should be some area extra. So if I ask you that the total area, how much area you are needing is the area that I am drawn from the blue marker. The blue marker is this is the total area I am needing. So the area I am getting here, this A, this is the intrinsic area, only area of the PV cells. Now there are some area that is needed for the maintenance purpose. Okay, you need to clean them, you need to wash them. There are some area. So for that purpose. Now, what সবাইকে কথা শুনতেছেন
স্যার মাঝখান দিয়ে কথা ল্যাগ দিছে
আচ্ছা এখন শুনতেছেন তো
জি স্যার
আচ্ছা এখন আমার ওয়াইফাই আসছে আচ্ছা তো the total the area I'm getting in this equation the area I'm getting this is the area of the PV cell but the only area of the PV cell is not enough there are some areas in order to roam around in order to clean in order to maintain it so there are two types of area one area is called the intrinsic area one area is called the real estate area or the total area so the real estate area or the estate area is the intrinsic area plus maintenance area. The intrinsic area is the area for the PV cell and the maintenance area is the addition or the excess area needed apart from the PV cell. So estate area A is equals to it is the 30% of the intrinsic area. So estate area is equals to 1.3 into A intrinsic. No need to worry. If I simplify and summarize what I have told here, the area you are getting is the intrinsic area for the PV cell. If you multiply this area by 1.3, if you multiply this area by 1.3, you will getting the real estate area. As simple as that. You just need to multiply it by 1.3, you will get the real estate area. As simple as that. Okay, so no need to worry. Now, all of your doubts will go away by doing this math. A math everything will go away. In the left hand direction, this math is also given in the handout. Is a handout math dewa ase. This math is also given on the handout in 34 number page, and this math is also given here in the slide. Same math, but the presentation is different. Same math. In the right hand direction, the things that is given in the right hand direction, these things are given in the question. The left hand direction, this is what I will determine. Very carefully read the question. A household in Bangalore consumes 200 units of energy on an average in a month. A household in Bangalore consumes 200 units of energy on an average in a month. Design a rooftop PV setup for net zero energy. Design a rooftop PV setup for net zero energy. That means WH load is equal to WHPV. Given HAT minimum is equal to 4.58 kilowatt power hour per meter square. Egulo question dewa thakbe. Now, if you remember that the WH load needed to tweak something, it needed to adjust because the amount that is given here is for a month, and the WH load I need to take it for a day. So the WH load is 200 units. That means it is 200 kilowatt hour per month. Now we set the WHPV. This is the WH load. We set the WHPV, and WHPV is WH load by 30. If you remember in the this slide, WH load per day is kilowatt hour per month per 30. This is WHPV. Here I have equaled it. So just from the question, from the intuition, from the common sense, just look at the question, how the question is given. This question is given 200 units in a month. So that is why I need to divide it by 30. That is how I'm getting the WHPV. This is per day. And this efficiency is also given from 0.16 from the data sheet of PV panel to be purchased. PV panel the efficiency is given on the PV panel. Okay, so design a rooftop. Design a rooftop PV setup means that they have asked you that how many area you demand, how many area you want, how many real estate area you want. This is the design procedure. Now, you have to determine the intrinsic area. What is the formula of the intrinsic area? Very simple. The theory I have taken many long, but the math is very simple. The area is equal to WHPV efficiency into HAT minimum. WHPV is 6.67 kilowatt hour. Efficiency is 0.16. This thing is also given in kilowatt hour, so we don't need to convert it into the hour. But even if I give any term in the hour and another term in kilowatt, then you need to merge them together in single unit. So 6.67 divided by 0.16, 4.58. The things are given. Now the answer is there. Very simple. I have taken long time for the theory, but the math is very simple. And here comes the real estate area. If you multiply 1.3 with the intrinsic area, then you get the real estate area. Okay, very simple math, very straightforward. If you understand the theory, math is a piece of cake. So, এইটুকু কি সবাই বুঝছেন? এটা লেখেন যদি বুঝা থাকেন।
স্যার ওই আগের স্লাইডটা একটু দেখাবেন স্যার আপনি।
এটা
ম্যাথের স্লাইড। হ্যাঁ স্যার এখানে ওই যে 127
আচ্ছা এটা হলো যেটা করতে বুঝছেন যে আপনি যদি মিটার ইফ ইউ ডু ইট টিল দ্য মিটার স্কয়ার ফুল নাম্বার পাবেন, আর যদি স্কয়ার ফিটে নিতে বলি 1 মিটার স্কয়ার হলো যে নরমালি ঘর বাড়িতে স্কয়ার ফিটে থাকে না, ওই যে তো 1 মিটার স্কয়ার হলো 10.75 স্কয়ার ফিট। ইফ ইউ মাল্টিপ্লাই দিস দেন ইউ গেট স্কয়ার ফিট। ইটস ইউনিট লাগে।
হ্যাঁ স্যার আচ্ছা বুঝছি।
ওকে, so এই যে দেখেন এখানে হলো আমাদের PV সেল গুলা, this PV cell is connected to the grid lines, so inverters, converters are needed. These are the inverter converter control section. This is a closer picture of PV cell. Now এই ম্যাথটা করে শেষ করি, এটা এত কঠিন কিছু না।
স্যার আমি জানতাম স্যার গ্রিড লাইনের সাথে কানেক্ট করার জন্য একটা এসি মডেলও লাগে
হ্যাঁ মানে হ্যাঁ
অল্টারনেটিভ
এটা তো লাগবেই, কারণ গ্রিডে তো মানে গ্রিডের সাথে কানেক্ট করতে অনেক ব্যাপার স্যাপার থাকে বুঝছেন। এগুলো হলো যে পাওয়ার ইলেকট্রনিক্স এর ব্যাপার স্যাপার আর কি। ওইটা হলো আরেক কোর্স আর কি বুঝছেন, মানে এইখানে যা আছে এগুলো হলো আরেকটা কোর্স। ওইদিকে আর কন্ট্রোলার যাচ্ছে না আর কি, ঠিক আছে। এখানে কন্ট্রোল আছে, আইপি আছে, সব আছে, ইন্ডাস্ট্রিয়াল পাওয়ার ইলেকট্রনিক্স আছে, সব আছে। আচ্ছা দেখেন, suppose the solar modules that I have connected in this rooftop is bought from the Renesola, and this is the module type. In the module type you can see maximum power, open circuit voltage, you know, maximum power voltage, the favorite terms of yours. Okay, these terms are given here, and this is the dimension. If you see that the dimension is 1640992 millimeter, 1640992 millimeter. This is the height. We are not taking the height of it. We are just taking the surface. So this is the length, this is the width. This is millimeter. So if you want to take the meter, then you have to divide by 1000. That means this will be 1.6 into 0.992 meter. So this is the data sheet. This is the data sheet of this PV cells. This is the data sheet of this PV cells. Now, the question here is that what is the total amount of power you are getting from this PV cell? The question is, what is the total amount of power you are getting from this PV cell? The amount of power you are getting from the PV cell. So now what formula I should use, sir? If you see that the formula is the formula today, today's formula and the today's hero is this formula. Is this formula, and we will use it in different cases. Sometimes we use it to find the area, sometimes we will use it to find the WHPV. So this formula you just need to tweak around. In this math, they've asked me that how much power I will get from these PV modules or PV cells. This is my question. The data sheet you are getting here is for a single PV cell. There are hundreds of PV cell here. These hundreds of PV cell is here. This is the data sheet. These things will be given in the question. There are hundreds of PV cell here. And if I ask you to find the area of a single PV cell, if I ask you to find the area of a single PV cell, then what it will do? 1.64 in 0.992. Sir, এটা কই পাইলেন? Where did you get this value, sir? এই যে দেখেন,
efficiency area
1640992. এই যে দেখছেন? From this I am getting the area. So this is the area for the single cell. Sir, what will be the total area? I am multiplying this area into 100. Then I am getting a total intrinsic area. Sir, why you have derived the total intrinsic area? Because the formula WHPV is equals to efficiency into intrinsic area into HAT minimum. So that is why this total area I have found here. Now, in order to find the efficiency in the module, there are no efficiency directly given. So what you do, you take the formula, remember, VMP, IMP, maximum voltage, maximum current, divided by area into standard insulation, area into standard insulation. বুঝছেন, এই যে area into এখানে দেখছেন যে standard insulation দেওয়া আছে, the standard 1000 watt per meter square. That means 1 kilowatt per meter square. Okay, the standard insulation was also given here. So this is my L, this is my area of the panel. VMP, IMP, এখানে দেখেন এই যে maximum power voltage 30.1, এই যে দেখেন 30.1. এরপর দেখেন maximum current, এই যে দেখেন maximum power current 8.32, এই যে 8.32. Area of the panel, and this is the 1 kilowatt ke 1000 in units. A intrinsic 163, HAT minimum is 4.58. These things will be given on the question. And in the next slide, I am seeing that this is 114.7 kilowatt hour per day. This I have found for per day because I have multiplied the time. That is why I'm getting it per day. So if someone asks you that the peak watts of array, what will be the peak watts of array? That means you just have to divide it by the time. So we know that the amount of time that my PV cell needs to operate is the 4.58 hours. So I am dividing 114.7 divided by 4.58. That means 25 kilowatt. That means the rooftop, my rooftop is 25 kilowatt rooftop system. যে বলে না 1000 মেগাওয়াট বিদ্যুৎ কেন্দ্র, 2000 মেগাওয়াট বিদ্যুৎ কেন্দ্র। So আপনার বাসার ছাদটা, the rooftop you have is a 25 kilowatt system. The rooftop you have is a 25 kilowatt system. So I know there were some difficulties in the lecture, but I hope you have understood. Thank you for the patience. This is all for today. Thank you, everyone.